Hey everybody, you ready to get creative? Let's do it. Hey everybody, David Paskin here, your Torah tech guy, here to share with you some great tech for your great Torah. Last week, Canva had a big event, Canva Create. There are lots of videos out there that are walking you through everything that they did. I don't want to do that. I just want to share with you some of the highlights from Canva Create that I think are really going to make the work that we do, whether we're creating social media posts, or I'm just pulling up my notes, social media posts or flyers for events or presentations or whatever it is that we're creating, to make them, some of these tools are going to make it much easier to make them more stunning, easier, more creative, really, really good stuff. So let's dive into it. The first of the big announcements actually was at the very end of the presentation. To me, it's actually one of the more important, and that is marketing hubs or brand hubs, what they call brand hubs. Let's take a look in Canva, and I'll tell you what I mean. So I have set up here, I'm going to go ahead and click try it out. So I have set up here 3 different brands in my brand hub. You can see I've got my Torah Tech Guy brand kit, I've got my God Sinai brand kit, and I've got one for an organization called IJKL. When I go into any of these brand kits, now by the way, this is all just on a regular old pro account. I've got my logos, I've got my brand colors, the fonts that I want to use, any photos that may be associated with it. I can do graphics, I can do icons. You can upload all of this information right here. And then when you go in and you're actually creating anything, whether it's a social media post or a flyer or anything. Where's my mouse? I lost my mouse. There it is. Let me go back and let's just create something random. We'll do a Facebook post here. Now on the left-hand side, I can click on Brand Hub, and it will bring up all of those elements for me. So I don't have to go searching for them anymore. I can bring in a logo. I can, when I want to choose my colors, my brand colors are going to be right there. I can choose my brand colors. All this stuff is really, really helpful. And if you're managing your synagogue's brand, maybe their religious school has its own brand, the preschool has its own brand, your adult education program, whatever it is, being able to organize all of this stuff inside a brand hub, to have multiple brands even in your brand hub, I think is really, really fantastic. The way that you access this is from the Canva homepage. On the left-hand side, you'll see Home, Projects, Templates, and Brand Hub right there. That's how you can get in. They also give you a link right here. This is sort of everything that they announced at Canva Create. So Brand Hub is really, really fantastic. I'm actually working with a client right now who I told them, because I'm making some scenes for them and some backgrounds and things like that. So what they did is they created their own brand hub on Canva, and then they invited me to their team so that now I can go in and I can see the 2 brand hubs that the 2 brands rather that they've created that I can work with. So really, really powerful stuff. Brand Hub is, it takes some time, build that out. It's going to get better and better and better. I will say one thing that I found frustrating about it is when I wanted to upload photos, for example, I want to add photos. I have a lot of photos I've already uploaded to Canva, and there is no way to grab photos from within Canva. There's also no way to grab logos that you've already uploaded to Canva. You have to sort of find them on your hard drive and then upload them again, which I found a little frustrating, but a small price to pay. All right, let's go back. The next thing, AI, artificial intelligence. The 99% of this Canva Create event was all about artificial intelligence. A lot of it, to be honest with you, isn't fully baked yet. Some of it's fun. I'm not sure there's a lot of it that I would use. The text to image is okay. The magic design is okay. Magic edit. There are a few things here. Let's take a look at a couple of them. Magic edit and erase. So if you have an image or a design that you've created in Canva, and let's say I want to change this flower to something else. So I'm going to change, let's change it to, what should we change it to? Let's change it to continue. How about an American flag? Let's see what happens. Click generate. And then depending on how well you colored it over, okay. That's okay. That's not fantastic. You have a few different options here. There it is. Yeah, so it's not great. This one's backwards. That's a little strange. This one, it almost got the stick right. Interesting. Generate new results. Let's try that again. Let's see here. See if it comes up with anything better. No, not really. Well, okay, almost. The stick's in the middle. You have to play with this, right? This is in beta, obviously. So just sort of understand that this is what you're going to be dealing with. Let's try one more. Let's replace this. Let's do, by the way, the easy way to access all this stuff is down here in the right-hand corner. You now have this Canva Assistant button. So let's do magic erase. Oh, no, that didn't work. Look at that. Huh. Maybe it's edit photo. There it is. It's an edit photo. Sorry about that. So let's do magic erase. Let's try that. So I'm going to I want to erase the cake. How's that? And let's see if we can just get that the red platter there. I could replace the cake with something, but let's see if this will actually, by the way, don't lift your mouse up. Once you start coloring this in, once you lift your mouse up, it's going to do its thing. So let's see what it does here. If it's exceptional, we should get the round platter still there. Not great, right? Some of these AI things are not fully baked, and that's okay. That's all right. We're having fun with it. There is also text to image, I think we talked about, or I mentioned rather, whereas there's magic design where you can actually have it create a whole thing for you. Text to image is fun. This is a little bit like Midjourney, except it's not nearly as good as Midjourney. So we're going to type in, let's do, what should we do? A man and a dog on the beach with a guitar. Let's try that. And we're going to do, we don't want any particular style. Well, let's do photo actually. We'll do square, create your image. So now it's going to work in the background and it's going to create these images. Remember that what AI is doing is it's not searching the web and finding images. It's actually creating them. So here we go. We got a couple here. All right, so we've got, I feel like all four of these got some of it. So there's a dog and a guitar. There's a man and a guitar, kind of. There's a man, a guitar, and the tushy of a dog. And I'm not sure what that is. That's a guitar. It's kind of a cool image, but I'm not sure what's happening here. Again, this artificial intelligence, it's all beta. It's not fully baked, but it's fun to play with. I'm not sure that I would use it. I might use it for inspiration. Definitely, I think I would use it for inspiration. Okay, so we got Brand Hub. We got all the AI stuff. The next great thing that they released is Translate. This is pretty cool. So I don't remember exactly how many languages they said. It's like 100 languages or something. Let's say you create a social media post, right? Hello, share your story, and you want to translate this into another language. So over here, you translate from, automatically detect. We're going to translate it to Hebrew, and we're going to apply it to page 1. Now, this is not going to change. It's not going to translate the text on this page. What apply to page really means is, where is my source text? It's going to add a page with the translation. So you click translate and it's going to go ahead and build it out, and here you go. And it's a pretty darn good translation. It does have a hard time with right to left. You can see I put the exclamation point on the wrong side here. So when you're going from English to from left to right to left, it struggles with that just a little bit. But it's really pretty fantastic, this Translate. One of the ways that I've been thinking about using it is that down here in Miami, we have, of course, a large Latin population. So I could create social media posts or flyers or what have you in English, and then just use the Translate feature to turn it to translate into Spanish, and then for the Israeli families, translate into Hebrew. You definitely want someone to check it over who knows Spanish or Hebrew or whatever language you are translating into. But this is a really, really nice feature, this Translate. All right. I got two more for you. The next one is Draw. Now, you could do this before, but it was sort of in an app. It wasn't actually built right in. So now, if you open any, actually, you know what? This isn't a good example. Let me open just another blank Facebook post that we're going to do here. On the left-hand side, some things, by the way, got changed, reordered over here. You've got your elements, your brand hub is now up at the top, uploads, text. Now you have a new option called Draw. So if I click on Draw, I get, frankly, what I think is a pretty ugly palette here. But if I click on the pencil or the pen, I then can change the color, I can change the weight or the thickness or the transparency of it, and then I can just doodle and draw. I can imagine doing something like this. Let's actually put something in here just for the heck of it. So I'm going to delete that. We've got our little cola here. If I wanted to just sort of whimsically add something to this, I could imagine, let me change the color to red. I'm going to use the eyedropper to grab this same color. All right, so now if I just want to go like that, boom, 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 boom. You get the idea, right? You can now draw in Canva, which is kind of cool. It works much better if you're on the iPad app, obviously, because you can then actually draw. You've got the pen, you've got a marker, which is a little thicker. You've got a highlighter here. You've got an eraser. Each of these elements, if you click on the arrow, each of these elements now becomes, or each of these drawings, rather, I should say, becomes an element in and of itself, which I can then choose this element. I can now go up. I can change the color if I want to. I can make it bigger or smaller. So what you're essentially doing is you're creating freehand elements within Canva, which is really nice. And I'm just noticing this for the first time. Now at the bottom here, you've got this change all. So anywhere there that it was red, you can now change to this green color. So if I click, look at that. That's kind of nice. I like that. That's an easy way if you're kind of doing you decide you want to change the color, but you've already done a lot of pieces. You don't have to go through to all of them. You can just click at the bottom there, change all. So that is Draw. All right, last thing, animation. I can imagine using this if I'm creating a GIF or an animated video maybe that I'm putting up on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or something like that. So let's go ahead and we're going to create another blank Facebook post. And I'm going to just search for a garden scene. Look for garden. So let's do that. We'll put that in here and just make it sort of the size of the bottom here, of the width, I should say. And now I'm going to search for a bumblebee. Bumblebee. Here's my bumblebee. All right. So now I've got a bumblebee. Now what you can do is, if you click on Animate, you now have the option to create an animation. So once I click on that, I grab the bee, excuse me, and I can move it all around, and it will animate following what I just did. It's kind of cool. Now you can smooth it out. You can, what is orient element to path? Oh, orient the orient the bumblebee to the path. All right, yeah, we don't want to do that. You can speed it up. You can slow it down. Let's have that go again. Let's make it really. Is this slowing? No, it's speeding it up. It looks like there's a ease in and ease out sort of natively applied. I think. Let's see. There we go. So I guess the steady takes off that that what do you call it? Ease in, ease out. Yeah, Canva's translation function is really, I have to say, it's really nice. And they have a ton. Hi, Robert, by the way. They have a ton of languages. Really, really fantastic. Let me just go back just so we can see that again. So if I put some text in here, add text, and this is a story about a bee in a garden. All right, so we've got this now. So now I'm going to go over and I'm going to click down here on translate. Let's translate it to, now here's the problem with this. I'm not actually going to be able to tell you if it's correct because I don't speak Azerbaijani. Page 1. Let's see what happens. Now again, it's going to create another page, and there's the translation. Someone who speaks Azerbaijani will have to tell me if that's correct. I can check the Hebrew again. Hebrew. Let's try that. Is this Zipporah al-Devora? Yeah. This is the story of a bee in a garden. Not bad. Not bad at all. The drawing, you cannot use it on with a Wacom, I don't believe. I'm not really all that familiar with Wacom tablets. You know what? Let me stop. You might be able to. If the Wacom tablet is an input device for your computer, then there should be no reason why you can't. In fact, let me try something real quick. I'm going to bring up the drawing feature here. And I have a magic trackpad. So when I press down on the magic trackpad and draw, it works. So if the Wacom tablet is an input device for your computer, that should work. You can definitely do it on the Canva app on your iPad. I've played with that. So Brand Hub, let me go back here so we can all see them again. We got your Brand Hub. We've got all the AI stuff, which is fun, but it's not yet. Play with it, but not yet. We got Translate, we got Draw, and we've got Animation. 5 features that I think are real. That, of course, the AI is much more than one feature, but a lot of these features really encompass some powerful tools that we can use with a simple app like Canva to really create some dynamic content, some dynamic flyers and social media, and even I primarily use Canva to create things that I use in-house or on my website. It's not really flyers and things I'm going to send out. It's graphics for study sheets, or graphics for the website, or graphics for an app that I'm working with. So Canva makes all of this really easy and really possible. There's a lot more that you can experience here. Magic Write, that's basically their Chat GPT. The Magic Edit we talked about. Magic Presentation, it'll actually create a presentation for you, right? So if you say, I wasn't going to jump into this, but let's do it. Why the heck not? So it uses Magic Write essentially. So what should we create a presentation about? Let's see. Best practices when teaching on Zoom. So it's now going to create an entire presentation. It's going to give me a bunch of different styles. It's going to populate it with images and text. Let's choose. Let's choose this one just for the heck of it. Create my presentation. So here we have our presentation. Let's present it. Present full screen. So here's what Canva created. I didn't do anything. I literally just typed in what I want. As I move forward, what are the technical requirements? Stable internet. Yeah. headset or earphones with a mic. Yes. Proper lighting, camera positioning. Boy, that's really good, actually. Preparing the learning environment, test your audio and video, eliminating background noise, share your screen, use virtual whiteboards to keep students engaged. Use interactive tools such as polls, breakout rooms, and annotation. Encourage participation through verbal prompts and nonverbal cues. Provide opportunities for small group discussion and collaborative work. This is really good so far. Delivering content effectively. Use interactive tools. Okay. Well, I'd already told us about that. Encourage participation through chat, voice, and video. Keep your presentation engaging with multimedia, varied pacing. Okay. And facilitating group discussions and activities. Set clear expectations. Use breakout rooms. Utilize interactive tools. We saw that one before. Assessment and feedback. Conclusion. When teaching on Zoom, remember to engage students, use visual aids, and create interactive activities, practice beforehand, and have a backup plan. That wasn't bad. It's a bit of repetition, but, again, just as a starting point to be inspired by, I need to create a presentation on, Jewish art history. I don't know what it would do. You just find it out. Go to canva.com and put in presentation on Jewish art history. I have no idea what it would do. Incidentally, if any of you really want to dive into this more, I lead a lab in the Office Hours community on Wednesdays at 4:30 Eastern. Just go to officehours.global, sign up there. You can get information about the Zoom information about the lab. You can join us tomorrow. We're going to be digging into all of this. There's a lot of fun stuff in here, and some not just fun, and some tools that I think could be really, really helpful. So head on over to canva.com to play around, to learn more. And while you're over there, if you want to, go ahead over, visit my website, no, it's not. It's TorahTechGuy.com, TorahTechGuy.com, where I have lots of stuff that can help you. And, of course, I want to help you also. So please reach out to me if I can be supportive in any way with your eCam, Zoom, Canva, tech needs. I'm happy to help. That's what I got for you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye, everyone.